there, it's the Screaming Archivist, actually able to scream today because of the fact that I managed to find a day, finally, where my parents weren't home, and I just wanna, draw. I'm not gonna speed lapse this, mostly because of the fact that, well, realistically, I don't know what I'm doing at most times, so right now, I'm kind of just drawing the base of it, of what I want to draw, and today what I'm drawing is, Rumpelstiltskin from Shrek, the very last Shrek movie, I believe. And so I actually kind of have a couple of problems with the whole last Shrek movie, and it's mostly just the fact that what they do at the end with Rumpelstiltskin that bothers me the most, because, like, he's the main bad guy in it, in case you haven't seen it. And yeah, he is an absolute jerk, but at the same time, like, what they do at the end kind of messed me up, because they killed his pet goose, and his pet goose is just kind of there the entire time, and it's very obvious that the little troll man he is really loves his goose. And it just kind of messes me up that they blow the goose up right in front of him. Like, they kill Fifi, that's the name of the goose. And that's the main issue I have with this little troll man in the movie. The fact that they kill his goose. And I don't care if his proportions are very off, because I just don't. I really just don't care right now. This is mostly just me scribbling it. And yeah, like, he just has a lot of stuff dedicated to Fifi. He has a wig of Fifi, and then he also has, like, okay, let me explain the whole thing with him, with Fifi. Fifi is his companion throughout the entire movie, and it's his pet. It's like his dog. Like, what Fifi, the goose, is his dog. It just bothers me that they killed Fifi in front of him all the way at the end of the movie. Now then, this goose is going to be a lot more elegant than the actual goose that he had, if only because of the fact that I'm trying to keep this not too long, but just long enough for me to get my ideas splurted out. Splurred. And so, this goose is not very good, but I totally messed it up in every conceivable way. It's too tall. I mean, he does have a large goose, if that makes any sense. You know what? I'll just erase it. So oh no, everything's going wrong. Oh no. I'll just erase them. But no, it just really bothers me that they killed Fifi, this man's best friend. Who essentially, it'd be like taking Shrek's donkey and then blowing Donkey up right in front of him, to me, almost. Like, that's pretty messed up. And Donkey is fully competent. I don't know what geese feet look like, so just bear with me here. And geese are mean animals, really. They're very territorial. But it still just messes me up that they blew up this man's best friend. Right, I never went on about how, okay. Let me collect my thoughts here. This is just more me rambling on about this. So, Fifi has been with Rumpelstiltskin through the entire thing. Like, even before the real part of the movie begins, we see him with a smaller version of Fifi, and he takes good care of Fifi. Fifi is his world, apparently. This dead-eyed goose is his world. And so, with Fifi, he basically is very poor, and he lives with a lot of witches in far, far away, or whatever. And it's kind of sad to see how he lives. So you can kind of understand why he wants some power. And I'm not trying to humanize him. I'm mostly just kind of upset about Fifi, because you don't kill a man's dog. And this is this guy's version of a dog, whatever. And he has a literal wig that's shaped like a goose that he puts on his head in the movie. And it's really funny, actually. It's pretty funny that it's shaped like the goose, and it just really kind of shows you this man's dedication to his pet goose. And he's seen digging around in the trash in the beginning of the movie, and you see a larger Fifi. So it's obvious that he's kept Fifi well fed and he hasn't killed Fifi. So that's always kind of a bonus point in my book if you don't kill your pet halfway in, like not even halfway into the movie. And he's gonna be a lot nicer looking here, if only because of the fact that I closed my reference picture and I just want the general area of where his eyes are. So let me get that reference picture back up that I have. It's on my phone. Don't mind me. Okay, this is the one I want to use. No, that's not the one I want to use. You know what? Yeah, it's essentially the one I want to use. Yeah, I'm using the one with him with like a stupid, not what I wanted, with stupid little pants. So he's got these poofy pants, essentially. Well, not poofy, like they're Victorian styled pants. Give me a second. Ugh, where's the right one? Oh, yeah, you know what? I'll just do it like this. Like, he's got these really poofy pants, which I find utterly hilarious. And they're not at all cute. They're just so ugly, in my opinion. But it was also kind of the style back in Victorian ages when these fairy tales were more just kind of there. So, and he's got these stupid little elf feet, elf shoes. They literally have a heel. And he doesn't actually have a little thing that I thought he had, but oh well. This is also just more finding it out for myself. This isn't the nice outline I want. And that's okay, because that's not what I want right now. If you know anything about art, literally so difficult to get nice, clean lines. I find it difficult anyways, like, but I'm also not the best. I'm not the best. I won't lie there. Quite possibly not the best, but also not the worst. And then he's got this little stupid frilly thing over here. Like, it's one of those things. There we go. That's what it looks like, I guess. So there we go. There's that part. And he's a very trollish man. Maybe goblin-like is the better word for it. It's very goblin-y. So, very, very goblin. Because Shrek is a fun little thing. If you haven't seen Shrek, I'm very surprised. You're probably more like one of the people that just does memes with Shrek. And trust me, I love those memes. Those are fun. Those are absolutely fun. I love them. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. I mean, come on, guys. What else is there to your life other than Shrek is love, Shrek is life? Like, come on, it's in the phrase. And so, yeah, anyways. It just really messed me up that I'm probably not going to open his mouth. Never mind. That is super. Nope. Not at all. Just accentuate his chin more. Right. I never finished the whole Fifi deal. So, Fifi, let me put this in better terms, in more understandable ways for you. Fifi is interesting because the very first scene you see Rumpelstiltskin in with him, he's there. And he's like a lapdog to him. Like his little puppy dog or something. Which is a really weird reference, which is really weird considering, like, how you see Fifi act around other people, like the three little pigs in the movie, because Fifi just kind of is a jerk. It's a big jerk. I won't lie. Fifi's a jerk. But it's still like, you have somebody as your dog. It's their dog. And it's just, I can't get over the fact that they blew him up. It really bothers me that they blew Fifi up like that. You don't mess with a guy's dog, even if they did enslave an entire freaking race of people like that. Like, I am in no way supporting that, but to me, it just really bothers me that they blew up this guy's dog. Like, what? The dog's not at fault. Like, really, guys? The dog's definitely not at fault here. The dog. What the hell, man? What are you... I have never seen any sort of inkling about, like, someone's dog being blown up because they were the worst person ever. And it just really struck me hard that the animators kind of blew up his goose all the way at the end for the celebration of his defeat, where Shrek found all the other ogres that he never knew about before, and he kind of brought them back into his swamp and had a party all the way at the end. Like, yeah, man, cool party, cool. But you blew up this guy's pet goose. Why did you blow up his goose? What is the point of that? It's a goose. The goose doesn't have any sort of choice in the matter about what it's doing. Like, come on, man. And I absolutely abhor Rumpelstiltskin and his whole shenanigans. Like, he's just a bad guy, honestly. But I will defend him on the whole notion of he didn't deserve to have his goose blown up. Nobody deserves to have their beloved pet blown up right in front of him. And he has these little tiny hands. They're not very good right there, so I'm going to erase that. But he has very tiny hands. He has a very thin, funny structure. So, like, there we go. And then, there we go. We got these small man hands like Donald Trump's. I'm not even going to get into that. That's not my thing right now. No. And it just really bothered. I feel very passionately about how they managed to kill this guy's pet goose all the way at the end, and he seems very distraught when that happens too, because, like, he's sitting in a cage kind of watching the other, like, all those ogres he enslaved party around, which, don't get me wrong, that's totally awesome that the ogres are partying and whatnot, and they're just kind of sitting there and he's in a cage and whatnot. Like, that's pretty awesome, pretty intense though, still. It just really bothers me that they killed this man's pet, goose. That's all. It just really bothers me. It's not gonna do more than, like... I'm not gonna, go to the point, like, oh my god, they're supporting animal abuse and whatnot, because it's really not one of those things. But it just kind of bothers me that they killed this man's pet goose. And he was really kind of distraught, and it was just kind of really sad, and yeah, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. And this mostly got brought up because of the fact that I watched the last Shrek movie very recently. It was on, I want to say Disney Channel? Maybe? I don't know. And I don't really feel like looking up reference for just this goose. This is mostly me going off of memory of what gooses look like. So bear with me. It's not going to be the best. I don't plan on this being the best art. This is mostly just me goofing around. And this goose had some sharp little talons. And it just bothers me that they killed the goose. Really bothered me. And I'm rambling, and there's no need for me to